Hey guys, I'm Mezzy and welcome to this quick start guide for Mythic King's Rest. King's Rest is one of the dungeons in the Midnight Season 2 dungeon pool. The first boss is the Golden Serpent. To start with, when you get the circle from a spit of gold on you, move away from the boss and group the circles close together, without standing in each other's circles. Gold puddles will spawn that you want to keep grouped up. Next, when Serpentine Gust is cast, use a personal cooldown to reduce the damage you take and don't get knocked into a puddle. Until Thrash is the tank buster of the fight, use a cooldown. Lastly, when Lucre's Call is cast, all puddles will turn into adds and move towards the boss. Slow, stun, and kill them. If they reach the boss, he'll get a shield that increases his damage done by 25% per stack. The next boss is Mchimba the Embalmer. Be sure to clear all trash in the room before you start the fight. To start with, heal the person that's targeted by drain fluids up to at least 90% of their health, and don't stand in the circles. When you get the red circle from Burn Corruption on you, move to the edge of the room to drop the puddle off where it won't be in the way. And when Awakening Slam is cast, use a personal cooldown if the damage becomes too much, and interrupt and kill the adds that spawn. Lastly, when someone gets put into a sarcophagus by Entomb, they need to use their new spell so you can see which sarcophagus is shaking. That's the one they'll be in, and you'll need to click on it to free them. The third encounter is the Council of Tribes. You'll have to deal with 3 different trolls. When you defeat one, it will occasionally jump back into the fight to cast one ability. To start with, tank Akula the Butcher in the middle of the room. When the Whirling Axis circle is cast, move out. The axes move outwards, so once they're out of the way, you can just move back and not have to worry about them anymore. Akula's other ability, Severing Axe, will put a dot on a random player. Up next we have Akali. When Barrel Through is cast, group up to spread the damage. And when Debilitating Backhand is cast, the tank will be knocked back and take 200% increased damage. On lower keys you can probably take the damage to the face, while on higher keys you'll likely have to kite the boss until the debuff fades. Lastly, when Zanazel spawns, Arc Lightning will do some group damage, interrupt Poison Nova, and when the totems spawn with Call of the Elements, kill the totems that spawn, starting with the Explosive Totem and then the Thundering Totem. The last boss is Dazar, the First King. He's all about using the space you have while dealing with a pretty big list of abilities, but a lot are very similar in terms of behavior. To start with, kill the Raptor Raban as quickly as you can, and don't stand in his Hunting Leap Cone. Furthermore, interrupt his Deathly Roar cast. Throughout the entire fight, move out of the brown circles. Spears will be impaling the ground continuously, and there are some safe spaces for you to move to. Next, when you get the red circle from Aerial Smash on you, spread out so that no one is in your circle. When the Gilded Destruction AoE gets cast, use a personal cooldown to reduce the damage you take, as it'll also put a dot on you. And tanks, this will also put the Searing Gold buff on Dazar, which makes his attacks do cleave damage, so face the boss away from the group. At 80% health, the second Raptor, Tazala, will come out. He'll share all damage he takes with Dazar, and he stays around for the rest of the fight. So use cleaves to increase your damage. He'll do 2 things. First of all, he'll add more red circles to spread out for with Quaking Leap. And he'll do the tank buster Savage Maul, which, lastly, isn't the only tank buster. Dazar himself will also do his blade combo on the tank, so use a cooldown. And that's all you need to know for the King's Rest bosses. If you liked this video, please like, subscribe, and share it with others. I would really appreciate it as it helps with the YouTube algorithm. If you'd like to support me more, you can also follow me over on Twitter, Blue Sky, and Twitch, all at BBMezzy. And lastly, I also have a community Discord linked in the description. For now, I'm Mezzy, and I'll see you again next time.